And we're back. You're watching the Tennessee Valley this morning. Dan Howell here with Michelle Baker, my co-host, and our first guest is Troy Spence, the director of the Bradley County Emergency Management Agency. Troy's been on before. It's good to have you back.
Thank you, Dan. Good to be here.
You're always a busy man. How long have you been director of the EMA?
6 years.
6 years.
Oh, wow.
Well, I had the privilege of working closely with you and your staff during the storms April 27th, and I have to say I was impressed with the organizational skill and the professionalism of your staff and your department and the way you coordinated everything during the storms. And the reason we wanted to have Troy on today is as a kind of a afterthought. It's not really an afterthought, but that's the only word I can think of right now, Troy. The responsibility, one of the responsibilities of the EMA is to keep the public informed, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, it's one thing that we're tasked to do is by the federal government is to be prepared. And you know, we had some things in place to notify the public and tell them what was going on. And as we got the fires put out, so to speak, and got to researching a little bit more, we determined that we could do that a little bit more efficiently. Yeah.
Now, before you had something in place that was worked through Twitter, which you signed up for, and it worked okay. I signed up for it, and I got the alerts. But you, as you said, you followed up after the storms and got to looking around for something that you might have to buy or something that we could subscribe to. And you guys, I think you hit a home run.
There's a lot of notification systems out there, and you know, when we started reviewing all those, it's an annual cost, and most of those, you know, ranged anywhere from $40,000 to $65,000 annually. And we were looking for something that was economical enough to put in place, and we did find something that was very economical, and it's kind of hard to beat free, and it's available to us.
Right.
So it takes a little bit of time to you know, make sure that what we put in place is going to work. It has to be, you know, true, and then we have to test it, and that's part of what the federal government requires is, you know, whatever you do, you want to make sure that it's going to work, and it's going to work whenever you need it.
Yeah. Well, as part of their mandate, the Emergency Management Agency is to inform the public of actual disasters or impending disasters.
Yes.
And we had both coming last April. And with the system that you have now, we'll tell you how you subscribe to it in a minute. With the system you have now, you can actually send out this alert, and it's almost instantaneous, just a few seconds delay, and you can tell people, take cover now, can't you?
Yes. And it's coming out of our office, so it's not really, if people sign up for this, they're not going to get a lot of, you know, advertisement and things like that. It's coming from our office. You know, part of our, as you said, we're tasked with notifying the public, and what we do is we notify the public, here's what's going on, here's what we're, as emergency services, is doing, and here's what we need you as a public to do. And so we want to be real clear about that. We don't want to, you know, confuse the situation by putting too much information. Now, we are limited with this system by how many characters that we can put in each of the notifications.
Kind of like Twitter.
Yeah, but we can keep adding as many notifications as we need to. Now, we
you can
also
update it continuously.
And we also, with this system, it'll update the Twitter immediately. It will also update our website, and also the let's see, we got the website, Facebook. Okay. That's it, the Facebook.
Okay.
And the social media that we're actually utilizing is something that the federal government's starting to utilize.
Yeah.
And you know, the one thing we have to look at is how can we put the word out there to many, you know, as many places as we can for, you know, for free, economical.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's where the public is. They're on social media now.
Yeah.
They're not watching like in my generation, you go home in the evening, you watch the 6 o'clock news to find out what happened.
Right.
They know what's happening now.
Well,
and
you
it's
know,
because
it's
of
right
social
here.
media.
It's on your phone. You know, you carry this with you all the time. So I think it's amazing.
The texting, the Twittering, and you even get Facebook on your smartphone now. So this system, I know you had looked at some, and I know this made Mayor Gary Davis happy because you looked at some systems that would have cost the county anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a year, not counting the initial cost.
That's correct.
For what's called a first alert system. and you came up with this system that cost the county taxpayer nothing, and all the county taxpayer has to do, or the citizen has to do, is go online and take about 60 seconds.
Yeah. You have to sign up for it.
Yeah.
There are some stuff that we can do that the county would have to pay for, that in the event we had a big emergency, we would probably go ahead and pay, but we can actually send messages out to people that don't subscribe to it. But all those that we push like that, it actually costs us. And if it comes down to another impending major disaster like that, I'm sure we'll go ahead and push that out at those costs. And this is really good. We can also it has a map program with it. And if we had like a missing person in a specific area and we wanted to go like 1 to 2 miles out, then we could draw a circle around a specific address and push a message just to those people in that area to be on the lookout.
Wow.
And as we get a little bit further along into it, it has a capability of us actually pushing a picture of the missing person out. So be on the lookout for this person they're missing, and some of that stuff, and hopefully that'll help the sheriff's department who is responsible for all the missing people. But we're just looking to try to use this system to make as many notifications and make our job a little bit easier, and the public more at rest and at ease, knowing that we know what's going on, and we got things in place trying to deal with it.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to sign up for, and if we can look at that graphic there, I think it's on the lower third. It's very easy to do. You can log on to, there's a couple of ways you can do it actually. bradleyco.net/notify.
I believe that's correct.
Notify.
Or you can go to the EMA.
.aspx, or you can go to the EMA site on the Bradley County website. Bradleyco, just log on to bradleyco.net. And over to the right on the bar at the top, it'll say departments. Click on departments, you come down to EMA, you click on EMA, and it's right there on the page. Just scroll down. And
you can go straight to the Nixle site as well, Dan.
It's called Nixle, Nixle, Nixle.com, Nixle.com. And you can also sign up there.
Right.
So several ways you can sign up.
And it does ask for your address, and the reason why we want to, that address is attached to that phone number. And if we do the map program, then it won't know to send it to that phone unless you put your address in.
What I liked is of course I live in McMinn County, but I could I can get notifications from McMinn County and Bradley County.
Yeah.
So I get notifications for both.
And of course you work in Bradley, so it helps that
right. And working in senior care in Bradley County, I need to be able to get those notifications very quickly to protect our residents. So.
And some people I know have expressed concern about signing up, and it's they think we're just giving more information to the government. That's not what this is about. It's about keeping you safe.
Absolutely.
That's all it's about. Keeping you safe.
That's the big thing, that if we can keep people safe. They don't become a casualty.
The only information you ask for is their phone number, and you explain why you need that.
We have to have that.
They can't send you the text that there's an emergency if you don't have the phone number.
Right.
And you ask for the email address, because some people may not have a phone, but they'll send it to your email.
And it's tiered. We have the ability to send out an alert. We can send out community notifications like the block party, what time they're going to shut the streets downtown. And there's also an awareness as well. If the schools are going to close, then we'll put that on there too.
So,
well, and I like too, we were talking a little bit before you came on, that you're not going to send out so much, information that it's overwhelming. A lot of things not everybody needs to know, and you can kind of filter what, the most important things.
Yeah, we determined during a major disaster what we are going to send out to the public, so the public understands what's going on and what we need them to do. So you're right. We don't censor for the most part, but we do make sure that we give the proper notification to the right people.
Right.
And of course, if you've not been to the EMA office and the operations center there, they've got radar. They got the same radar that these big TV stations proudly promote all the time. Well, they got them right here in Bradley County at the EMA.
Yeah,
so when something happens, you know about it.
And with
Instantly.
yeah, and also, you know, with technology change, I mean the Weather Channel and
Yeah.
you know NOAA, all this stuff is becoming a lot better for them to push out to the public, and I mean it's just almost as good. I
Yeah.
mean, and it's free to you. I
It's
mean,
free.
so people can be as informed as they want to be,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I signed up immediately. I think the next day after you told me it was available, I went over actually to your office, and Curtis helped me sign up. I thought it was going to be some big complicated thing, but it's no, it's not. You just go to that
Easy.
web, put in your name, your phone number, and your address. That's it. I don't even think you have to have your name. I think it's the phone number, address, and the email.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's a
they're not
couple
even
things.
asking-
There's a couple of steps you can skip, and you know, but depends on how well you want to be informed.
Yeah, if you want to know when there's an impending disaster, I got one just a few days ago. I think there was some high winds or something came out in end of last week or something. My phone beeped and I read it. Oh, EMA notification, high winds, or something like that. I believe that's what it was. So anytime there is an impending disaster, or as Troy said, if there is a missing person, you can be on the lookout. If there's a school cancellation, you can be informed just that quick by signing up online, and you can go to the bradleyco.net and look for the EMA page, or you can Google Bradley County Emergency Management Agency, and you'll find it that way. And just scroll down to the bottom of the page and fill in those 3 blanks. That's all it is, 3 blanks. And that's all it takes, and you'll be raring to go and get those notifications.
You know, it's something we put in place. We hope we never have to use it.
Yeah,
Right.
but
But you're glad you have it if you need to.
like the
Right.
Boy Scouts, be prepared, and that's and we realize the need for being prepared following April 27th of last year. So it's a good thing. Troy, this is great, and I'm glad to know about it, and glad I'm a part of it. And we want to encourage as many people as possible to get signed up for it.
Yeah, and also you can follow us on Facebook, and you know we can put notifications out on that, Twitter, but you know it's about just trying to inform the public,
Right.
you know, the best we can.
Get them informed. All right. Troy Spence is the director of the Bradley County Emergency Management Agency, doing a fine job, and appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you, Dan.
Got to take a break. We'll be back in just a moment.
So.